take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heath's Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Heath's Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heath's Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to Heath's Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heath's Barnside Chat. Happily ever Esther Farm Sanctuary.
The sound clip is off. Happy Monday, friends. Happy Monday. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Oh, I can see the comments coming through already, so it means you can see us, so that's good. Welcome to Heath's Barnside Chat. My name is Derek Walter, and this is my partner in crime. They couldn't see us. They could only see, that was Leonard's arse. That was Leonard's big, beautiful arse. Oh,
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Yeah, let us know where you are tuning in from. I see Oklahoma. That is Denise. And I see Diane from New York. And I see Bettina from Tennessee. My goodness. Home of Dolly World, right? That's Dolly World? No, Dolly Planet.
Is she Tennessee?
Yeah, I think
that
so.
would make sense.
I think so. Yeah, or like...
I think Justin Timberlake lives in Tennessee as well, doesn't he?
Oh, that's a good trip to go.
In Memphis, I think.
Oh, let us know if you know where he lives. Michelle, hello from Georgia. Sally, hello. The feed is really lit up here. It's going by so fast. Betsy from Chicago. We got another person from Texas. Bootsy. Hello, Bootsy.
What a great name for a Texan.
I love your name.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Connecticut. Ayrshire. Oh, that's Scotland.
Oh, that's Scotland, yeah.
That is Scotland
Oh, I
and
miss
France
Scotland.
and Florida and Ireland, Nova Scotia, California, Montana, Brampton. Oh my gosh,
Brampton's so close.
That is a cheap cab ride away.
Yep.
For sure.
You could be watching it live.
You could be watching it
Well,
live.
they are, I guess, in a way.
You are right. Let me put up the live banner to remind Steve we're live from Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary located in Campbellville, Ontario. We hope you had a wonderful week. The show is all about Steve's Magic Rainbow Bag. And if you have a question that you would like answered during the Barnside Chat, all you have to do is put the question below. That's right, Richard. That's right. All you have to do is put it in the comment feed below, and then a kind admin volunteer will email us those questions, and they will print in a tiny little printer that's inside the Magic Rainbow Bag. Here is today's first question.
Yes, Chris Nichols Gibson wants to know who picks the residents for the coins in the experience boxes.
Oh, that's been me so far. Mm-hmm. That's been myself. And then I show the designs to
You design them too, right? You do the graphic work for them too.
Yeah, I designed them also. So I do a little bit of graphics work that I really enjoy to do. So yeah, that's me. That's an easy. That's a very quick answer.
Yep.
The experience boxes. If you're just joining us and you're new to the page, experience boxes was our pivot point 2 years ago when COVID hit and we could not have visitors here at the farm, we pivoted to what we called experience boxes, where we would mail you a box, and inside of it would be an experience that we would all do together via Zoom.
Virtual group events.
Yeah. So
That was fun.
we did bingo, strip poker. No, okay, we didn't play strip poker, but we definitely played bingo. Oh gosh, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been hilarious. Oh my god.
I'm not good at poker.
Oh god.
All right. So yeah, those experience boxes went out, and we all opened them up at the same time and
Kept our clothes
enjoyed.
on.
Yeah, we did.
Michael wants to know, are all the resident hens hormone therapy to stop egg laying for their health, and wondering what that entails? Is it administered monthly, yearly, etc.?
So it's administered every 3 months, or when that bird starts to lay again, and it's administered by a vet. And what was the first part?
Are they all the hens?
No, not all of the hens are. Only the layers, or the elderly layers. So, and if somebody starts to lay soft eggs, or eggs that are sort of decrepit or deformed, then that individual will get put on the hormone therapy, which is mild sedation, and then it's like similar to tagging a dog, with a
Tiny
RFID, like a tiny chip. Like and it's not a chip; it's the chip. It's a medicine, but it's like that. It's administered through a syringe. So,
Mary Christine would like to know, do the animals suffer from seasonal allergies as humans do?
yes, they most certainly do. You'll see goopiness in the eyes of the pigs when the pollen starts falling from the trees, which will be
hopefully soon.
It'll be pretty soon. Those little fuzzy things have popped open on the maple trees, and they're all in the eaves and clogging everything up. So it should not be long for the pollen. Probably another 3 weeks, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Barbara wants to know, there's so many rescues that are struggling right now. What is the number one thing you would suggest a sanctuary do to turn things around? That's a great question.
You want to take? You want to?
Sure. Yeah.
You want to add some, and then I'll
engage with your supporters. I think is your most important thing. Whether it be doing things like this, like we're doing a live feed. As Derek said, we pivoted immediately when we realized we weren't going to be able to have tours and have work groups and all that sort of stuff to come up with engaging online content and things to get people to still feel involved and feel like they're part of the sanctuary and part of what's happening here. And also social media, of course, is a huge part of what we do here with Heaths. So creating engaging content that people can relate to, and giving your residents a personality, and making sure that people know their names and can, kind of associate with one or two or all of the residents, is a really, really great way to help people feel so much more connected to what you're doing and to the organization, and to want to help and to be a part of it. So those would be my two suggestions for any of the rescues out there that are having a little bit of trouble, and we know that they are.
Create content, create content. And it doesn't have to be long videos.
No.
If you just search on TikTok, you can see some of the hottest accounts. The videos are like 8 or 9 seconds long. And all you have to do is create a few of these videos that suddenly take off and bring your space a lot of awareness. And just by creating daily content every single day, it's bound to happen where it'll get picked up, but you have to do it consistently, and you have to do it daily. Some of the best places are posting 6 to 10 times a day. And that's so important, because just because you have 1,000 people on your Facebook page that like it, that doesn't mean it's 1,000 people that see every post. It's a fraction of that actually see your posts. It's around 10%.
Yeah.
So if you want to engage your entire audience of 1,000 people, you got to post 10 times a day in order for your entire audience to see.
Theoretically.
Theoretically. Yeah, of course. Unless something takes off on wildfire, like a viral post. But you need to post often, and you need to let your supporters know what you're doing and what you need, what your needs are. Your supporters are not mind readers. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know what the residents, they don't know what ailments the residents have. They don't know the daily needs of the residents. So it's up to you to broadcast that out to your supporters constantly. So create content.
That can't be the only thing that you do, though.
No, of course. A rich uncle would be really helpful if you had a rich...
That can't be the only thing you do. You do have to make people connect with your residents and connect with the organization as a whole.
Absolutely.
And helping people understand what you need and what you require is part of that. But a big part of it is giving people a reason to want to support and help you with the things that you need. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Indirect asking is kind of... indirect asking, like you're just saying, hey, look, we're taking Bobby Girl to the hospital, and Bobby Girl is going to undergo sedation and therapy. And, just right away by telling people that Bobby Girl is sick and that she's going somewhere, we didn't have to ask, but people want to support because they know that going to the hospital is not free. And so it naturally just people want to help. And we didn't ask for anything. We just showed people what we were doing and what's part of the daily. So indirect asking is important.
Yeah, complicated. And there's so many different things.
A complicated one. Come volunteer with us. We are looking for groundskeeping volunteers, weekly volunteers to help with the groundskeeping at Heath's. Help with organizing and cleaning the loft and the garage and keeping fence and gates in good state of repair, tree trimming and rock wall maintenance, as well as general upkeep like cleaning, raking, shoveling, and lawn care. So if you want to drive the lawnmower around here at Heath,
notice how we threw that in there after discussing things that you can do to help.
Yes. Ask her some more. We need people. The fields are green. I'm going to pan here. Over.
Oh, look at Diablo. Hello, handsome.
Oh, there's Mr. Moose is out there, too. Mr. Moose is in the foreground, laying down, eating.
The handsome sheep.
Let's head over there. Let's go see them. The fields are green. That means that all the walkways and pathways are green also. So we got Moose, our resident lawnmower, out here keeping this space nice and trim.
What are you doing?
Moose was on the last Barnside Chat. He came right up and had so much to say. But yeah, we need volunteers. We need lots of volunteers. So if you live in the area, or not, we have got people that travel a couple of hours every week to get here. Head on over to happilyeverester.ca, click on volunteer, and actually an admin below has already placed the URL. There it is. Look at that. Look at how fast that happens.
That's some volunteers. Is that Christine? I can't read that.
Yeah, that's Christine.
Hey, Christine.
Christine. Hello, Christine. I think she's at the wheels today.
Shirley wants to know, do pigs wag their tail if they're happy to see you, just like a dog would? Yes.
Dogwood. That's a tree.
It is a tree. It's a bush.
It's a bush.
Yep.
Yeah. They definitely wag their tails. Absolutely. Some pigs are curly tails, and then they could put them out flat. Other pigs just have short little tails like this with a little wispy thing on the end. Oh, here comes Phil.
The handsomest
What are you
boy.
doing, buddy? Phil's here with us.
Always.
We have to show Phil because Phil's got quite a... There he is. Oh, Philler. Over there by the Heath's Fire Hall. What are you doing, pal?
With your moose?
He says slinking around.
What did he say? There's my moose?
Says it's slinking around, checking out Mr. Moose. Oh yes,
Hello,
there.
Moose.
Look at how heartwarming that is. If you think that's heartwarming, put a heart down in the comment feed. Let's light up the feed with hearts.
Oh, so handsome.
Oh, he says, "Oh, I am
God,
so handsome." Good
He's so
boy.
handsome.
Remember, if you have a question you'd like answered during the Barnside Chats, all you have to do is put it in the comment feed below. If you're too shy to answer the question, you can email it to us or you can private message us. And sometimes if you put the question below, somebody might know the answer for you and they might spill the beans and tell you the answer.
Yes.
So if those questions happen, I don't think they make it to the question bag if they get answered. But oh, look at all the hearts lighting up. It's a sea of hearts.
They think you're handsome, Phil.
Yes, they do. Oh. Let me update everybody. We had the Heath's online auction that just closed on April the 30th, and the grand total for how much that auction made. So there was artwork and blankets and trinkets and mugs and doohickeys, and here is the spring total. Here it is. $9,245.
That's amazing.
Whoa, that is amazing. That is quite a spring auction effort. $9,200. That is going to go a long way. This place takes
a few hospital visits.
That is a few hospital visits for sure. And with Nancy, I'm sure if you follow the page closely enough, you see that Nancy is going back in for more wing surgery. He's having the entire wing removed now. At this point, they found cancer that the margins did not clear, and therefore they have to operate again. We've got Bobby Girl that has started bleeding again from her vulva, and she'll be going in for diagnostics tests, and she will be sedated. And thank you to the people that sent, the kind individuals that sent recommendations for medicine for Bobby to try this or try that. We definitely flipped those to the vet. And sometimes what you use in the States is different than what we use here, or access to is different. But all those avenues are being explored.
That'd be a good time to ask this question. Jessica wants to know, does Bobby get dantrolene prior to anesthesia? Odd Man Inn started doing this after they lost one of their girls a few months ago, which unfortunately is, I don't want to say common, but can happen fairly regularly with pigs. That's a bit of a challenge.
The percentages are about 10% of female pigs don't wake up from sedation, or they don't recover from sedation. So, it's a high number, 10%.
That doesn't mean that it's pig specific, right? So I mean, if a pig does respond well to sedation, then chances are they're going to respond to sedation ongoing. It's not that every single time you sedate a pig that you're running that risk, but the first time is definitely horrifying.
Look what happened here at Heath's. This happened many months ago, and we can finally talk about it. The fabulous Faye and Fluffy show was here.
Hilarious.
What Steve's going to tell you why they were here.
Yeah, that was super cute. We taped a kids show with them, so we were reading some books, and we were showing a whole bunch of children. That's just a few of them. I think there was about 10 or 12 kids that were here with Faye and Fluffy, and spent the day here learning about all of the sanctuary residents and meeting a bunch of the residents, and of course getting to meet Esther. And reading Esther's favorite book, The True Adventures of Esther the Wonder Pig.
It was all about kindness to animals and teaching children kindness towards animals, and
which translates to kindness to everybody. Which is really
it
nice.
was a wonderful day. It was a whole day of activity. There were.
It was in the fall, right? When we do that, like October or something like that.
Yeah. It's been a while, but if you were able to see that, it did actually air last week or the week prior. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
I mean, I was here. We saw everything that was filmed, but it's always interesting to see how they take 8 hours of footage and then spool it down to 19 minutes or something.
Crazy.
Or 8 minutes, or I forget what it was.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that was super exciting. Kelly wants to know, does Moby have a favorite person?
Satan?
Hates everybody. Satan.
Lucifer. No, there are a couple people that think that Moby's good with them.
Kim.
Kim.
No, you're not, Kim.
And Angie. So there are a few people that think that Moby loves him, but I don't know. I see this behavior out of Moby where it's mostly like this death kill.
Mostly unkind.
Yeah, it's mostly unkind. So that's a great question.
Except to his lady ducks. He loves his lady ducks.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Jenna would like to know more about Jeannie and her lovely lady lumps.
Oh, look, so that's Jeannie right there up in the back left, and that's Catherine in the foreground. And, Jeannie, her lady lumps. Yeah, so Jeannie,
Jeannie
talk
is
quiet.
shaped like a football.
We're going to talk quietly so she doesn't hear us. She's shaped like she's got a football crossway, like sideways in her. So she's got, like, these lovely lady humps. And... and she's always been like that. And she was ultrasound a few times when she arrived because we were convinced that she was pregnant.
Yeah, I remember the vet saying she's not. We're like, are you sure? Please check again.
She's not pregnant. So and all animals come in all shapes and sizes, and and just like humans. And so we talk quietly when we're discussing sensitivities like this because she can't help it. That's just her. It's just her shape. That's just her shape.
Laura wants to know, how old is Mr. Moose?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to need to look this one up. I think that Moose is...
Oh, he's got to be 7,
Okay,
8.
I'm gonna look it up. I have the resident healthcare profile database available on my phone, and I'm gonna look that up right now.
Well,
Steve's gonna. Why don't you tell him where Moose came from?
Yeah, Moose came from. He was rescued by a very kind lady that rescued Moose and Yammy. Rest in peace, sweet Yammy. They were actually found in what's known as a dead pile, which is not the most pleasant thing to talk about. But unfortunately, on commercial farms, when there's animals that are not doing too well, they're sometimes just literally disposed of. And these two sweet souls, Yammy and Moose, who you see here, were still very much alive when they were placed in that pile. And somebody actually was driving by on the road and saw that there was some movement in a pile of animals, and of course stopped and was able to fish moose and yammy out, who I believe were just still lambs at the time, and then kept them for as long as they could before contacting us, and we were able to take over caring for yammy and moose. And they've been here now for about, I want to say they've been here for 5-6 years.
When he arrived, he was 5 years old.
Okay, he's older than I thought.
And I just spooled away from where I needed to get the rest of the information.
So he's about 9 or 10, probably.
And he arrived on in February of 2016.
Yeah, so they're about 10 years.
21,
Yeah, so he's about 10 years old.
Boom!
Yeah.
Look at that research right at my fingertips.
Oh, yes. So yeah, 10-year-old moose. Plus his little heart.
There he is, and he looks like a moose, doesn't he?
Oh, he's so perfect.
He is so perfect.
He's such a lovely sheep. Chesterfield, I don't think that's your real name, is wondering if Thanks Living will be restarted this fall, or is it too risky with COVID and all the animal flus, etc. that going on? Because yes, we are dealing with the avian flu, and swine flu, I think, is still a little bit of a concern. So yeah, there's a lot of health risks at the moment. But yeah, I don't know the answer to that, actually. Derek, are we restarting Thanks Living this year?
There is not a plan to have an on-site Thanksgiving dinner this year. There are talks of having it be one of the most fantastic experience boxes that you will ever partake in. So we
We're
are
wrangle in Uber Eats and send everybody dinner.
Everybody will get a box, and it'll have stuff for us to eat and drink and be merry. And we will have entertainers that will partake virtually. And there'll be, of course, a wonderful auction, a live auction. And so we're going to be going that route. It's still, the way that the farm is now, the way it's divided up for the residents, it would change the dynamic of Thanksgiving, but that's not saying that we won't ever do it again. It just will look different.
Yes, we will figure out a way.
Let's go up and see Mr. Diablo.
Sure.
There he is. Mr. Diablo. What are you doing? What are you doing? Chewing your cud? You coming to see us? Yeah, I'll come and see you. Maybe just for a minute. Hello? Hello? Oh, yeah. He says, I would like to fight. I would like to scrap.
Hello, you handsome scrappy goat.
Hello. It's nice to see you. Hello. Good to see you. Look at that scruffy chin.
Oh, he's so handsome.
Oh,
He's going to fight you.
you're not going to fight me.
Yeah, he is. Look, he's trying.
I'll scrap you. I will scrap you.
Oh, he's so friendly.
He's the scrappiest goat we have, for sure. And then there's George. He's another scrappy goat.
He up there at the door?
Angelo, sometimes scrappy.
George!
Come here,
Georgie boy.
You can see George's butt inside. He's eating.
Oh, is he? Busy.
Yeah.
He's busy.
It just started to peedle a bit outside. It's just sort of misting, a little rain. So I don't think he's going to come.
Hi, grumpy man.
Hello. So this week I had a meeting with Andrew and Kevin. I have a meeting with them every single week, and we were talking about when we're going to shear the sheep, and that's coming up in May, and that's where we are right now. It's hard to believe we're in the 5th month already, and so we will start to shear them. It's not going to happen over the course of one day. It'll be a couple of days. It's similar to the lawn maintenance opportunity that we have here at the farm. If you're going to be shearing the lawn and not the sheep, head on over to Happily.
It takes a couple of days.
It also takes a couple of days. And there's Mr. Moose eating a big banana. Those teeth. I know. Hello.
All right, we're down to our last question. Joanne wants to know who sings the song for Heath's Barnside Chat.
Oh, that's
Good question.
Steve, actually. He's got a beautiful falsetto voice there, doesn't he? So the person...
I'm lying. I told you.
The name is not going to come to me right now. We hired a company that writes jingles. They write love songs. They write love songs. That was where I saw this company advertise, is where they will write you a personalized love song. And I thought, oh, well, this will be wonderful to try it for the Heath's Barnside Chat jingle. And you give them a few taglines or a few things that you want to appear in the song, or words that you want to appear in the song. So we constructed a short list and sent it off to them. And then about a week later, they sent through a rendition. We made a couple of lyric changes, and then they just tweaked it a little bit and sent it back, and we love it. It is such an earworm. It is so important that songs like this are an earworm and that they are memorable, and that one is for sure. We should have a contest actually with the Heath Barnside Chat song, where people like
a little sing off.
Yeah, like a sing off or a line dance or
Heath's Idol.
Yeah. I like it. Let's see what else we have on the docket for today. Oh, yes. Help us grow our garden and donate seeds and equipment through our Amazon wish list. I was just over there. There's a few things left on the Amazon wish list. And over the years, we've expanded our vegetable garden from 3 beds to 29. We now grow over 1,500 pounds of produce every single year, and that's for the residents. This year, however, we get a little kickstart this year in terms of the garden. A company by the name of Plantables is donating all of the seedlings this year for the entire garden. Sweet. They told us to go nuts and put everything in our cart, and that's exactly what is happening. So the garden this year is
a few weeks ahead of schedule, which will be lovely.
It's a few weeks ahead of schedule. There is a different plan for some of the things that crawl, that we're going to use some of the fence lines that are surrounding the garden, so that that they can climb up. Oh, here's a visitor. Here's somebody that just came to see us. Hello. What are you doing? You heard all the commotion?
What are you doing, sweet pig?
You heard all the commotion? Huh? You heard all the commotion? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello. Hello. So good to see you. Hello. Yes, you're very pretty. You're very pretty. Yes. Oh. And that is Braxton.
Oh, Braxton.
Braxton. Yes, she's from the Farm X pig herd. Braxton lives here in the main social group, the main herd of pigs. There are 19 pigs in this herd, and she primarily stays with her herd mates. So that's Braxton. Is that it?
Final question?
Yeah.
Which we kind of already talked about a little bit. This is from Terry Tyler. Wants to know how Sweet Moose is doing now that he's a senior citizen.
Oh, Phil is actually right up close to Moose right now, which is super cute. You want to end up there? You want to go over there?
Yeah,
see
sure.
them? Let's go over and see what they're doing. The question again was,
how's Moose doing now that he's a senior citizen?
How's Moose doing? Well, he's on a pain patch of fentanyl, which is keeping him comfortable, and he gets special time out removed from his flock so that he can come and eat the nutritious grass that's out front and not be bullied by anybody, and he can have whatever he wants.
What are you doing, Phil? Are you hanging out with Sweet Moose?
Yeah, I love Moose.
And there he is. You can see how wonderful he's doing. He does walk. He does get up and go around, of course. He's just down right now having a little nap.
Why stand and eat if you can lay down and eat?
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree with that.
Hey, Phil showing him his favorite stick for the day. Special boy.
Oops. Awesome. There's one other tidbit of information here that I'd like to share with everybody, and it's a bit difficult for me to talk about. And it's that I'm going to be taking the 6 weeks off work starting at the end of today, and that's because I'm experiencing some compassion fatigue. And in the beginning, when we started this place 7 years ago, we hit the ground running, and we've been running ever since. And I'm not burnt out completely, but I am feeling I'm feeling a lot of the effects of compassion fatigue, and I recognized it before getting totally burnt out. And the farm has such amazing staff and volunteers, and everybody knows exactly what their role is. It's part of contingency planning. So what happens if I'm out? What's happening? So the farm has a plan in place, and I'm going to be taking some much needed time off, and I'll be returning mid-June. And during the time off, I'll be spending lots of time snuggling Bobby Girl and Captain Dan and April, and I'm still going to be here, and I'm taking a small holiday, and I'm going to do all of the things that I need to get in a better headspace. For those of you that aren't familiar with what compassion fatigue is for people that face a lot of patient suffering, and it's for any caregiver of humans and or animals. Vets experience it, nurses experience it, animal caregivers experience it, and it's when you are constantly facing, sadness. And so I've recognized that, and I'm going to take the next 6 weeks off. So there will be some changes to the Barnside Chat schedule. Instead of it being weekly, it'll be every 2 weeks. So the Barnside Chat will not be on next week, but it will be on the week after. And Kevin and Andrea and some special guests along the way will be keeping the Barnside Chat portion going so that everybody knows exactly what's happening along the farm, at the farm, while I am off. So my love to everybody for your love and support. Thank you so much for supporting us through these changes. That's the end of the Barnside Chat. So I'm going to leave you with that, and all I can do is thank you so much for everything that you do to make this a special place for all of the residents, and I know that the staff and volunteers will make sure that the operation runs smoothly without me, and including this guy here. Thank you so much, friends.
Lots of love, everybody.
My name's Derek.
Thank you so much. We will see you soon.
We will see you soon. Bye-bye.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.